So thanks for coming, everybody. My name is Steve Mills. I am a mechanical engineer at Meta and a member of the OCP Incubation Committee. And we want to let everybody know that last week, the Rack and Power Project completed a 2-year journey and sent a total of 10 specifications and white papers to the OCP Incubation Committee for final ratification. So we now have the entire OpenRack v3 ecosystem now defined and ready for the community to start building solutions on. So today we'd like to announce that OpenRack v3 is also ready for production. So we've got 8 members from the community up here that are, 1, building product based on those specifications, and 2, they're ready for mass production this year. So we're going to ask them to kind of come up and tell us about their plans. So to start with, Jay, would you like to come up?
Hey, good morning. My name is Jay Sandage, and I'm the Director of Marketing for Positronic, and we're a connector manufacturer, in case you don't know our name. But we're a proud provider currently of the power input connector for ORV2. And building on that legacy, we also have a full product lineup for ORV3, as you can see on the screen. Now, when it comes to the universal power input connector for ORV3, the male connector is on the power shelf, and the female connector is on the AC whip. So on the power shelf side, we have the standard male crimp connector, which has kind of become the de facto standard. We also have a right angle PC tail, a straight PC tail, some custom derivatives. And on the female side, we have the female connector, which is a cable connector, as I mentioned, and you can get that with a hood or without a hood. But I think probably most importantly, from a safety certification perspective, we have UL and TUV, as you would expect. And from a production perspective, we've actually been shipping these. I think we've shipped about 15,000 connectors to date for the products that you see on the screen, and probably over 100,000 of the crimp contacts. So we're really happy for, obviously this market to continue to grow, and just really proud to be a part of it. If you have any questions about the products in more detail, certainly track me down afterwards, or you can see my contact information on the screen. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Bobby Pizor. I am the Senior Engineering Manager at Molex in the Power Group. Molex is very excited to be a part of the OCP community. It's relatively new to us, but we're very interested in talking to all the customers and partners out there today. Very excited to see the number of people that are interested in this type of power distribution architecture. So for Molex, we're offering the ORV3 Power Shelf Output Connector, along with the IT Gear connector, both in the screw mount and the slide and lock. For harness options there, we're leveraging our ultrasonic welding capabilities, gives us a lot of flexibility to kind of fill solutions for you from the harness side. On the other end of it, we have a lot of attach options, whether you're looking at lugs or to connectorize the back end, anything's possible there. We're also developing, or have developed, the full ORV3 bus bar assembly as well. For us, right now, we are in production on these products. They are qualified, they meet the ORV3 specifications. So just, very excited about the opportunity. Please feel free to stop by our booth today. We have a couple of demos running. We have a liquid cooling demo. We're very interested in kind of sharing our research on that. And then we have a full ORV3 rack with a power shelf and a BBU unit with our connectors installed in them. And if you're interested in the high-speed side, we have a couple of active high-speed demos as well. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. Hope you're all having a great summit so far. My name's Tim McHale. I'm with the Amphenol Interconnect Products Group. We're the division of Amphenol that is responsible for bus bar design and manufacturing. So we've been working over the last 18 to 24 months on this ORV3 bus bar specification with a lot of members of the committee. Currently, we are shipping in mass production ORV3 bus bars, full rack, in multiple or single power zone configurations. We've worked with the rack manufacturers, specifically Rittal, in developing the spec for mounting and support. in making sure that as the bus bars are mounted within the rack, they are strong and very rigid. I believe there's a rack outside the hall here that demonstrates that very well. We also created, working with the interconnect manufacturers, on some test bus bars so that they could effectively test the IT gear and power shelf connectors. We are now shipping those as well to the connector manufacturers, as well as some of the power supply or power shelf manufacturers for their individual testing. As I said, we're shipping in production today with continued ramp into 2023. We have multi-continent manufacturing footprint, and we are working on several designs today where we are looking at higher power.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Will Stewart, and I am the Senior Industry Segment Manager for Data Centers at Harding. Harding is the leading connector manufacturer across industrial connectivity, and that is why that's why we were chosen to design the connector for Microsoft's Project Olympus, specifically their connectorized PDU. Then, when OCP, the Rack and Power Group, wanted to do something similar for the ORV3 power shelf, Harding was the first company to come in and start designing the connector. Today, I am proud to announce that we have products available, both the bulkhead connector for ORV3 power shelf manufacturers and the hood connector and the cable assembly for data center operators. With our experience in this market, we have some lessons learned, including the best way to go from a 5-conductor wire to a 7-pin connector, which is with a mechanical solution, and also that there really needs to be in-region manufacturing for these input power cable assemblies, which is why we are manufacturing them out of our Silao, Mexico plant in order to support the North American market. If you have questions on this, please feel free to track me down, or we have our Harding booth over in the corner. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Harry Soin, and I'm Senior Technical Marketing Director at Advanced Energy for the hyperscale space. And I will be showcasing our ORV3 family of products, and which we are glad to launch at this session. So on the top left, you will be seeing the ORV3 power shelf. This power shelf produces 18 kilowatts of raw power or 15 kilowatts in N+1 configuration. It houses 6 PSUs. Each one is 3 kilowatts each. And in addition to that, we do power supplies which are scalable starting at 3 kilowatt. So, and these power shelves are complemented with the battery backup units, and we call ourselves the BBU enablers. We design the DC to DC component that powers the BBUs, and we work with major cell supplier to support that business. On the bottom, you will see the power management controller. It's used for diagnostics and monitoring of those power shelves. It uses Redfish. It's Redfish enabled and uses SSH at the same time. And it's a state-of-the-art power management controller. And on the top right, you will see the EIA controller. I guess my time's up.
All right, yeah. Thanks, Harry. My name is Thomas Schreiner. I'm working for Rittal, and I'm pleased to announce that we have now the OpenRack V3 available. And we developed that over the last couple of months and years. And the main features are a 48-volt bus bar, goes up to 80 kW, and then we have flexible toolless OU and RU shelves, which is really helps using the rack in a better way. And being that flexible, that means you can position your power shelf, for example, in any position of the rack there, which is really new and very good. As you know, the rack is durable, so it goes up to dynamic loading up to 1400 kgs to make sure that your gear is protected well during transport, and moving in the data center. Cable management is also improved. You can actually take off some of the cable management's brackets there and route cables in a better way through. And then last but not least, in the future there is the cooling side of it. The cooling, the rack is prepared for direct chip cooling.
Hello, folks. I'm Kevin Jarrow. I'm the Senior Product Marketing Manager for Murata. Murata's been working on power for quite a while now. We developed a 54-volt power supply and 3.6 kilowatts, and we're utilizing that same product design in our ORV3 shelf. We've developed an ORV3 shelf and a 50.5-volt version of the 54-volt power supply. It'll fit into the 6-across ORV3 shelf, so you have an option of a 54-volt, a 50.5-volt, or a 48-volt in the same shelf. It's got the press fit connector you heard these gentlemen talking about on the back. It's also got the AC input connector you heard them talking about. So it meets all the ORV3 specifications. Come see us at B15 and we'll be happy to show you our product.
Thank you. Hi folks, Pat DiPaola, TE Connectivity. I'm with the Product Management Organization. Another great 2022 of engineering, collaboration, and development in enabling next generation platforms. TE is very involved in not only high speed and some other products, but specifically the rack and power organization. It starts with your AC power into your PSU or your power supply, both 1OU, 2OU products, both connectors and cable assemblies, and kitting options for direct deployment to data centers. Charging the output connector, which energizes your bus bar. And we've got some interesting displays over here at Bus Bar where you'll hear Brian Costello on Thursday talk about some of our liquid cooling technology within the bus bar, down through the bus bar assemblies, and then the IT gear solutions, which will energize direct all your switch, server, storage, all the cable customization needed inside the IT gear and inside the PSU, fully available from TE Connectivity. Stop down at C17 in the corner and let us walk you through a complete rack power distribution solution. So great, enjoy the show.